When Clint Eastwood was 88 years old, he was on a golf course and somebody asked him how he kept up his enormous energy for still making movies at that age. His response was quite simple. He says, "Every day I get up, I go out, and I don't let the old man in." Let me ask you this question. If you didn't know the year that you was born, and a complete stranger, let's say at a bus stop, asked you how old you was, what would your answer be? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested.
How old are you?
Dunno. Yeah, I was raised by the local tribe. I asked one of the tribal elders one day when I was born, and he said, in the summertime.
I think that's an absolute great philosophy. Don't let the old man in. What a wonderful way to look at life. These remarks by Clint Eastwood, "Don't let the old man in," were actually made into a song. Unfortunately, because of copyright rules, I can't play you the song, but you should have a look and find out if you can see or find out the lyrics, because there's a lot of the lines in there resonate with me quite a lot. So there's a certain line in that song that really makes me think it was written for me. And it says, "I've been round for a long, long time and I've seen a lot of things, but I'm not finished yet and I still got some song to sing." Luckily, you're not going to hear me sing today because that would not be a good idea. This is exactly how I feel. So I am 65 now, and when I'm 67, I will do that 6-month reconnaissance trip to Southeast Asia to look for a retirement base. It'll also be the last big adventure that I have with my son. My son has joined me in a lot of my adventures. He's been with me since he's 5 years old, exploring the Philippines and the other places, been scuba diving with me, driving boats, shooting guns, bows and arrows, throwing knives, throwing axes. It's been good fun. But he's at university in a few months' time, and he'll be there for another 2 years until he gets his degree, and then it will be time for him to start his own life. But before then, we're just going to have this last hurrah in Southeast Asia and go and see what we can see and find a place for his dad to settle down for a while. And I'll leave him to make his own life and to make those grandchildren that I'm leaving this channel for. Looking forward to that. Now, I'm not saying you should all be packing a bag and going off to explore the great yonder, disappearing into the Amazon rainforest or whatever. But what I am saying, it's important to keep the old man out. You need to stay active, stay curious, be creative, learn a new skill, and document your life somehow. Now, everybody's retirement is different, just like everybody's life is different. Medical side of things is going to be different. The age that you retire, what job you did. It doesn't really make a difference. You've always got to make sure you keep that old man out at all times. My pension is not my pension, it's my discovery fund. And oh, am I looking forward to discovering. When I lived in Asia before, Philippines and Thailand, there was a saying that was always being quoted, which was, "Age is just a number." I don't see it like that. I see it as attitude. Age is your attitude. Did you manage to come up with an answer for what you'd give to that person at the bus stop when they asked you your age if you didn't know the year of your birth? Has it made you think about it? As you get older, there'll be many around you that have unfortunately fallen. But just because they've fallen doesn't mean that you have to. You can keep on going, keep on climbing, and get to your absolute zenith. And don't let the old man in. When you hear whispers from the old man, turn your back. Because that old man is just full of complaints, full of nostalgia, full of resentment and regrets. And having those feelings is the start to the slippery slope of a place you don't want to go to. You need to challenge those ageist stereotypes. Not really to others. Who cares about what others think? You need to challenge those stereotypes to yourself. Don't let the old man in. I enjoy looking at the different beliefs, cultures, and attitudes, and of the many ways people go through their life, and it's amazing how many are similar, but just told in another way. One of the advantages of travelling to so many countries and actually living there is discovering the different perspectives. And it's just amazing how many of them are similar. This is something that we can look at in a different video, but my main takeaway from the years of travelling and reading is do not be concerned with things that you cannot change. It's not worth your time, trouble and mental stress. Concentrate on the things in your life you can change and take the first steps towards that change if you want to. Inevitably, I will slow down, but my attitude won't, because I'm not going to let that old man in. There are some dangers to what I'm about to do with the rest of my life, because I don't have much of a safety net. Not like other people that have lots of friends and family. I'm afraid I'm Billy No Mates, and that will be the subject of my next video. Billy No Mates. Let me give you one more hint and tip. As you travel around, never pass up the opportunity to visit a toilet. But don't let the old man in.